Looking back from where I stand now, it's terrifying how easily a human life can be dismantled. Not with violence, not with stolen bank passwords, but with whispers. When I was 27, I was the golden child of the sprawling Sterling clan. I was engaged to a kind man, I was a junior partner at my firm, and I was the trusted caretaker for my aging grandmother, the matriarch who held us all together. By the time I turned 29, I was destitute. Not financially, I still had my savings, but emotionally bankrupted. I was single, isolated, and widely regarded by my own aunts, uncles, and cousins as unstable, dangerous, a pariah. And the architect of my destruction was the person I trusted most in the world, my cousin, Clara. But here's the thing about destroying someone who did nothing wrong. You have to make sure they stay destroyed. Clara made a mistake. She let me survive. And she gave me 6 years in the wilderness to plan exactly what I was going to do when I came back. The year I turned 27 felt like the peak. My life was curated perfection. I was the reliable one. The one who organized the anniversary parties, the one who drove Nana to her appointments. Nana was slipping into the fog of dementia, and I was her anchor. We had a bond that transcended the rest of the family. They saw her assets. I saw the woman who raised me after my mom died. Then there was Clara. Clara was the family tragedy. Always between jobs, always in a bad relationship, always meeting alone that everyone knew was a gift. I felt guilty for my success when I looked at her chaotic life. So, when she called me one rainy Tuesday, crying that her landlord kicked her out, I didn't hesitate. I said, "Come stay with me, just until you get on your feet." That was the moment I opened the door and let the Volf inside. At first, it was wonderful. Clara was helpful. She cooked, she cleaned, she was charmingly self-deprecating. She even started helping with Nana. But then, the atmosphere in my life started to shift. Subtly, it started with my fiancé, Mark. Clara mentioned you were working late again with that client. He'd say, a new edge of suspicion in his voice. I wasn't working late. I was at the pharmacy getting Nana's meds. But when I said that, he just sighed. Okay, Maya. Whatever you say then, it was the aunt's. At Sunday dinner, conversation would stop when I entered the room. I'd catch pitying glances. When I asked Aunt Sarah what was wrong, she patted my hand. "We just worrying about your stress levels, honey." Clara says you're barely sleeping, that you're talking to yourself. I felt like I was taking crazy pills. I was sleeping fine. The genius of Clara's betrayal wasn't a massive explosion. It was a slow-acting poison. She didn't attack me directly. She expressed concern about me to everyone else. She was painting a masterpiece of a lie that I was the unstable one, crumbling under the pressure of caring for Nana, and that poor, reformed Clara was the only one holding me together. The climax happened 6 weeks before my wedding. I came home early from a business trip. The house was quiet. I found that in our guest room, my fiancé and my cousin. It wasn't just the affair that broke me. It was what happened next. When I screamed, when I cried, Clara didn't apologize. She looked at me with a terrifying calmness and said, "See, this is the manic episode I was telling you about. Mark, she's hallucinating again." Mark looked at me hysterical, crying, betrayed, and then he looked at Clara calm, collected, concerned. And he chose her reality, but Clara wasn't done. 2 days later, my uncle, the executor of Nana's estate, called a family meeting. Without me, Clara had told them that my instability was endangering Nana. She claimed I was forgetting Nana's meds, that I was screaming at the poor old woman in fits of rage. She had no proof, but she had spent a year priming them to believe I was cracking up. They moved Nana into a facility the next day, and they politely suggested I take some time away from the family to get well. I lost my fiancé. I lost my role as caretaker. I lost my reputation. I lost the trust of the people I loved. At 29, I packed 2 suitcases and left town. Clara moved into my old apartment with my ex-fiancé the following week. She had seamlessly stepped into the life I built. The first year of exile was a blur of grief. I moved to a different state. I got a quiet job in archives, far away from high-stakes law. I needed silence. I spent my 30th, 31st, and 32nd birthdays alone. But in the silence, the fog cleared. I stopped crying and started thinking. I realized Clara didn't want money. She wanted status. She wanted to be the adored center of the family. She wanted to be me, but without the work. And to keep that position, she had to keep lying. Lies are expensive to maintain. I started watching from afar. Social media is a narcissist's greatest weapon, but also their biggest weakness. Clara was posting constantly, the doting niece visiting Nana, the perfect partner with Mark at family BBQs. She looked happy. But I knew Clara. She got bored easily, and she got sloppy when she felt safe. At age 33, I decided it was time to stop hiding. I wasn't crazy. I was angry, and anger is a tremendous fuel source. The first step of revenge is humility. I reached out to Aunt Sarah. I apologized for my breakdown years ago. I told her I was in therapy and doing much better. They ate it up. It confirmed their narrative. Poor, broken Maya, finally admitting she was the problem. They slowly let me back in. When I finally saw Clara again at Christmas, I played my role perfectly. I was meek. I was grateful. I thanked her for stepping up when I couldn't handle things. The look of triumph in her eyes was sickening. Because I seemed so harmless, she let her guard down. She started complaining to me about the family, how boring Mark had become. She forgot who I was. My goal was simple, the upcoming family reunion jubilee. It was a massive event Clara was organizing to celebrate Nana's 90th birthday. It was going to be Clara's coronation. I volunteered to help her with the tech stuff for the party slideshow. "Oh, would you, sweetie?" she said dismissively. "That would be a big help." She handed me a box of disorganized family photos and videos to scan. That box was Pandora's casket, and she handed me the key. The day of the Jubilee was humid. 100 relatives gathered under a massive white tent. Clara was glowing. I sat in a folding chair near the back, near the projector, the meek cousin, the tech help. Clara gave a sickeningly sweet speech about sacrifice and family values. And now she beamed. A video tribute I've put together for our beloved Nana. She